So you're thinking of moving to Salt Lake City, Utah. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you the cost of living. So this is going to give you a good idea as far as what to expect month after month with utilities, gas, groceries, and so forth. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to share with you a little hack that'll help you save some money on those monthly expenses. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, and if you'd like to know everything there is to know about living in Salt Lake City, Utah, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications. That way you can be the first to know about the current market in Salt Lake City, Utah. My name's Steve Gilbert. I'm with eXp Realty, and my team and I, we get calls every day from people just like you that are looking to make a move to Salt Lake, Utah, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All the information that's in the description below, and that way we can help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah. So as I mentioned, in this video, we're talking about the cost of living in the Salt Lake City area. So let's start with the housing prices. The median home price for Salt Lake City is $550,000. Now that's going to get you on average about $312 per square foot. Now, when we expand out of Salt Lake City and we look at the metro, the suburb areas, within Salt Lake County, our median home price is $549,000. Now, our price per square foot also drops down to $257 per square foot. What that means is you're getting more home for your money by living in the suburb, the metro areas of Salt Lake City. So if you want a larger home, you're going to be looking most likely outside of the city, going to those metro areas. Now, depending where it is that you're moving from, I guess depends whether that's a good deal or not. So we have a lot of people that move from California. That's the #1 state that we see people move to Utah from. There's also a lot of people from Washington State, from Oregon, Idaho, Colorado, Nevada, Arizona, Texas. Those are all the main states that we see the influx of people moving here from. So if you're moving from California, their median home price is a little over $830,000 right now. And so Utah's a bargain. So again, depending where you're coming from, maybe that's a good deal, maybe it's not. Now let's talk about the household income. On average right now, household income for Salt Lake County is $77,000. That's annually. And if we narrow that down to the median individual income, $35,000. So fairly balanced between individual and household. That's about what you would expect. If you're looking to rent first for a 1-bedroom apartment, you're a little over $1,100 a month. And by jumping up to a 2-bedroom apartment, you're about $1,300 a month. And if you're looking for a 3-bedroom apartment, you're going to be over $1,800 a month. And if you go to Salt Lake City directly, you'll pay even more than that. For a 2-bedroom apartment, it's not uncommon to see $2,000, $2,200 a month in Salt Lake City specifically. Now, Utah has experienced, like the rest of the nation, an increase in the rental market. The rent increases. We've seen about a 10% increase year over year. And a lot of this has been spurred on by this the pandemic, the demand that it's created for the housing, and we've certainly felt that on our end. These prices that I'm sharing with you, they do reflect that 10% increase that we experienced over last year as well. Now, filling up at the pump, what's it going to cost you to fill up your vehicle here? Well, $3.88 is currently what the gas cost in Utah is. Now, how does that relate to other areas? Because gas always fluctuates up and down. How do we compare right now to other states currently? California is paying right now about $4.90 per gallon. So you're about $1 less per gallon coming to Utah. Areas like Washington State and Oregon, they're around $4.35 to $4.40 a gallon. So a better deal here in Utah. But if you're coming from Texas, Texas is around $2.88 a gallon. And so you're going to be paying about $1 more per gallon for gas moving from areas like that. Now, the cost of food. So the first number I want to discuss is if you're preparing food from home, what's it going to cost? Well, that's going to be $333 per person. And if you break that out over a year, that's about $4,000 annually for a single person. Now, when we look at a family of four, we're going to jump up to $733 a month, or around $8,800 annually for a family of four. Now, you're probably thinking, Utahns have big families, and the answer is yes. Utah, on average, does have bigger families, larger families than the national average. That's going to be on the small end, but obviously you can do the math, kind of figure out how big your family is and how much you could expect to spend each month at the store on groceries. Now, if you're looking to dine out, the average menu price right now is $9.33. Now that's looking at fast food, you're dining in as well. So if you are looking to dine in, that number is going to be probably 20 to even 30% higher if you're at a sit-down restaurant compared to factoring in fast food and your dine-in. Now, if you need childcare, I'm fortunate enough now not to have to do childcare. A couple of years ago, my littles, my 2 and 4-year-old at the time, went to childcare, and for 2 of them, I paid $1,100 a month. This babysitter, she just had a handful of kids at her home. She did take them to school for me, so that included transportation going to preschool at the time. Now, on average for Utah, $582 a month is on average what someone would pay for childcare. And there are different options. There are a lot of neighborhood or local community babysitters that are available. Plus you have your childcare centers. So depending what's a better fit, childcare centers have more options when it comes to transportation. So if there's school needs, they also have different education and learning opportunities at the center. So kind of depending what it is you're looking for, on average $582 a month per child here in the Salt Lake area. Now for a haircut, for a man, $33, and for women, $58. Now when I look at that, my wife actually cuts my hair, so it doesn't cost me anything. But when I do go to a barber, that's more than what I'm used to paying. So I expect to pay normally around $20 for a haircut. But there's more affordable places like your Great Clips, and you can pay more than that for your more custom specialty cuts as well. When I looked at the cost for the ladies, $58 seems pretty cheap. So if my wife goes and gets her hair done, I know it's a lot more than that. So I guess it kind of depends where you go, but on average, that's what you're looking at. So what's the cost of a beer? Well, at the bar, $5.33 is what you would expect to pay. The cost of a cup of coffee, $2.29 for a cup. And you may be thinking, do they even have coffee shops in Utah? The answer is yes, we do. Probably not as many as what you're used to, but we certainly have the Starbucks and lots of different local coffee shops that you can do your normal drive-through as well here in Utah. So especially in Salt Lake City, you'll find more of them, but there's plenty of them throughout Salt Lake County as well. But in Utah, it's Utah's dirty soda rush is what they call it. And because not everybody in Utah drinks coffee, kind of their go-to drink would be like a soda. For me, it's Dr. Pepper. I just love Dr. Pepper. I have to have a Dr. Pepper every day. I'm not into this whole dirty soda thing, but it is a big thing here in Utah. And there are a lot of these soda shops that are popping up, whether it's your Swig, whether it's the Fizz, the Sodalicious. This is the place you can go do your drive-through. They'll do flavoring in your drinks, but you're going to pay about $2.27 for about a 24-ounce drink of soda at these places. Or you can go to your local convenience store like the Maverick. That's what I would do. It's like $1.50 for a 32-ounce drink. So it's much more affordable, but if you like the flavoring, if you're into that, $2.27 for about 24 ounces is what you would expect to pay right now. If you're into fitness, here in Utah, Utah is ranked number 5 as far as being one of the healthiest states in the nation. That shows at the gyms are crowded here. I go to Vasa Fitness has a lot of people. So there's no shortage of people to share the gym with. But you're going to pay around $25 a month for a gym membership. And you can definitely do less than that. They offer $10 a month options at Planet Fitness, these 24-hour fitness. centers. So it depends what it is that you're looking for. Now, the membership that I have, I pay about $20 a month, but it gives me the freedom to go to multiple locations. So last weekend I was in southern Utah, down in St. George. I was able to utilize the facilities down there because I have a membership that allows for that, but you can certainly do it for as little as 10 months. Planet Fitness, Vasa have options for inexpensive memberships like that if you simply just need one location. Now, there's also CrossFit options. CrossFit is popular in Utah. You'd be looking at about $150 a month for a membership to a CrossFit gym. So I've got friends that do CrossFit. They absolutely love it. That's their preferred method of exercise. Now, for utilities, let's start with gas. Some states you can shop different providers for some of these utility costs. Here in Utah, natural gas, it's going to be Dominion Energy. You don't have a choice. So that's who the gas provider is. And on average, every month you're looking at about $81 a month. And looking at the power, depending where you live is going to depend on who your power provider is. And again, there's not options, it's where you live. So Rocky Mountain Power is the main provider here in Salt Lake County. But there are cities like Murray that have their own power district, and there's areas like Bountiful, Lehigh, they have their own power companies as well. So on average though, you're looking at about $98 a month. That's going to be factored in over a 12-month span, because your summer months where you're using your central air conditioning units, obviously you'll have higher power bills compared to wintertime when your power consumption isn't nearly as high. But that also flops on your gas, right? High gas prices in the winter months as you're heating with your gas furnace, as opposed to little use in the summer with that. Now, for water, you're about $38 a month. I want to dig into this a little deeper. So that would be your culinary expenses, and that's if you're not using it as your primary source to water your lawns and your garden in the summer. Here in Utah, we do have secondary water service that's available in certain areas in certain cities, and this is a big savings in the summertime when it comes to watering those gardens, watering those lawns. When I lived in South Jordan and I didn't have a secondary water service, I could pay $200 a month in the summer to water my lawn. So it got pretty expensive. Where I live now, I have secondary water and I pay $20 a month to be able to use that water service. So far more affordable. And if that's something that you want to be mindful and aware of when you're looking for a home, just let us know. We can always let you know which areas, which communities offer secondary water service. So if you want to save on that summer water bill, there's going to be some options available with that. Okay, I mentioned earlier that if you stuck around, I'd share with you a little hack with how you can save some money on these monthly expenses. So I learned this going to a home show, and I forget the name of the guy, but he goes by like the coupon or the grocery guru. But he gives this whole presentation on how to save money by shopping at certain grocery stores, and they have fuel points and fuel incentives. The Harmons, the Smith's Marketplace, these are a couple of these stores, and there's others that offer these fuel incentives. So for me, I like to shop at like Smith's. That's one of my probably primary go-to supermarkets. And when you do so, like say you spend $500 on groceries in a month, that's going to equate to around 50 cents off per gallon at the pump. And so there's different incentives for gift cards there, grocery items. Some of the items have additional fuel point savings as well. And so it's a great way to get that fuel cost down. You can save up to $1 off per gallon of gas. And if we look at the monthly average for family, $733 a month for a family of 4, you could easily spend $700 a month at the grocery store, and that could be 70 cents off per gallon at the pump. And so I strategically use it. I have a car, I have a truck, and so I like to use those fuel points when I'm gassing up my truck. It's got the bigger tank, it means the bigger savings. So just a hack if you want to save some money, especially at the pump, save money at the grocery store. There's some different options and opportunities with that. So I hope that you found this helpful. I hope this gives you an idea as far as what to expect for cost of living, month-to-month expenses. Whether it is that you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, send us a text. That way we can help you make a smooth move to Salt Lake City, Utah. And until then, I hope to see you around town.